He talked about slavery and the need to address the horrors of the past.
He did. He said, didn't he? Personally, he says he struggles with what went on there. Basically, doesn't he? With slavery, he kind of said it's a personal cross that he's bearing, really, even though it's not obviously directly his fault. But currently,
yeah, he did indeed, and he said that constitutional decisions are a matter for each nation, i.e., we do not own you anymore. Kind of alluding and kind of nodding to our kind of colonial past, and I think it's a good timing in the sense that when the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge went on their recent Caribbean tour, they were, like it or not, kind of heavily criticised for the way they went about it and the images that were kind of portrayed. We saw them on an open-top Land Rover, as Her Majesty the Queen did kind of 70 years before even, which kind of shows that they were almost above the people of the Caribbean, which just didn't really sit well. Look, the monarchy needs to modernise in order to survive, especially in these nations, and I think, you know, that Prince Charles is the future king, and he is going to be the future head of the Commonwealth. And
he's going to try some. And also, by the way, you know, look, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about that, because I think it won't necessarily sit that well with everybody what Prince Charles has just said, but it's not that uncommon. Prince Philip had a massive hand in kind of not getting rid of the empire, of course, but you know, modernising it. So Prince Philip was a big royal moderniser, and maybe Prince Charles is trying to do that. Maybe this is an element that he sees it as, OK, we know he's big on the green stuff, allegedly. We know he's big on this kind of thing, so maybe that's what he's trying to do now, do you think, to freshen it up?
Yeah, and I think necessarily not getting rid of the monarchy doesn't necessarily mean you're ending a friendship with the monarchy. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the Commonwealth in the first place. It's a number of nations with shared values, shared interests, with the monarchy at the centre in terms of kind of this big umbrella organisation. So I think it's not necessarily going to cause any bitterness between relationships between Britain and the rest of the kind of former colonial realms, as it were.
No, absolutely. And obviously it was important there. The Commonwealth Summit is in Kigali, wasn't it, of course, which is very relevant considering what we're trying to do in terms of our Rwanda plan. As yet, obviously, nobody has actually been sent to Rwanda, apart from Prince Charles and Boris Johnson.
Well, exactly. And they are actually expected to meet a little bit later on this afternoon over a very awkward cup of tea. There were rumours, I believe Boris Johnson said that he would happily kind of tell to Prince Charles' face if Prince Charles kind of brought it up, his kind of comments, which are reported in the Times, where he reportedly said that particular policy is appalling. But Number 10 have backtracked on that and says that it's going to be very much a private conversation. So we'll see if any rumours there.
Well, that's it, exactly, isn't it? And you're absolutely spot on, as always, which is that's going to be, I would imagine, like you said there, an awkward cup of tea.